And here is part 2 of this ever-evolving wrestling weekend from hell. This time, we have the return of an event that hasn't taken place in about almost 8 years. Evolution. That's right, the all-women's WWE pay-per-view they did in 2018, only because, well, because the women couldn't wrestle in Saudi at the time. There's no beating around the bush. That's how it was. Things have thankfully changed a lot in those years, but alas, now this is what it is right now. So yeah, the first Evolution and first all-women's professional wrestling event to be broadcast on both Netflix and Peacock, and the first since the original. Now, even despite the first one here apparently being such a rousing success, WWE never capitalized on it. Mickie James, before her release from
Yeah, they
WWE in
just
April
fired
of
everybody.
2021, stop it, she had pushed to try to push this event as well, but apparently was cut off at every upper opportunity, saying that women's wrestling doesn't make money and that it was the lowest rated pay-per-view ever in the history of WWE pay-per-views. What exactly merit are they using for lowest rated? I don't know. And yeah, at the same time, though, here, a few years after that, though, a report emerged in March of 2025 that indeed they were going to be having such an event as well. They wanted to hold it July 5th at the Mohegan Sun Arena in Incasville, Connecticut. But apparently the schedule was only tentative. So what happened? They pushed it to this friggin' weekend, and it's gonna be this Sunday. And because
Counter
not only
programming and it. Yeah, counter programming at its finest.
and you wonder why I hate this so much here with all this, but I've ranted enough about it. There's no reason to do so other than this is stupid. Shame on TKO for making this feel like actual work when I'm not even getting paid for this
You know what
crap.
this is, Coffee? You want to one word best describes this?
What?
Representation pay per view. That's all it
Yeah, and
is.
they just held it
This
the
is
week
like them bringing it. It's like them bringing 205 live back for a pay
And they
per
just
view.
held it the week prior and then held Great American
Mm-hmm.
Bash on Sunday. None of this would have been a problem. Okay, maybe
Yeah, it's
except for the
almost like
week
they
thing.
stole another idea from AEW of doing an all in and an all out within a week of each other. How
Whatever.
strange! How
What?
strange!
Whatever. Not to mention as well, it just, yeah. I should also mention as well, because this is happening the same weekend as the 2025 MLB All Star Game and the third part of Beyonce's Cowboy Carter Tour, which is emanating from the nearby Mercedes Benz Stadium, which causes concerns on traffic, attendance, and viewership. This
Well,
event will
you
be
got to
held at the
remember.
State Farm Arena.
Yeah, you got to remember. Mercedes Money is actually the mini me for Beyonce. So
Yeah,
remember that.
well, we'll get to her tomorrow. No more dawdling. I'm Coffee Lover 239. We've got the
Waddling.
guy who dawdling. We've got the guy who misses when John Moxley didn't suck. Stephen Dean. I can't think straight.
Oh, you got his name right finally.
Yeah.
Wait, what match were you? I'm
We
sorry.
haven't
We're not
started
in a
yet.
match. He's just saying hi.
I'm just
Oh,
introducing
hi.
you. Hi, Dean.
I'm sorry. I'm drunk. Okay, I'm
Are
drunk.
you drunk for real?
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Coffee,
Dean.
this is what a drug person sounds like. Get
Oh,
used to it in your
brother.
future.
Oh, stop it. And our resident jokester, Quai Jam.
I am the man that gives you context to all the prognosticational probability of what's going to happen in professional wrestling.
Oh,
And
that too.
unfortunately tonight, we're getting a representation pay per view, which means WWE is really calling it a day and a day and a night and a day. But let's get on.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go.
Also, they announced Heat Wave and Forbidden Door on the same day, so
Yes,
son of a.
Dean, I saw that. I shared the
I can't wait for
news.
one night. I can't wait for ECW One Night Stand 2027. That's going to be a great pay per
Hell
view.
no. Alright, first match JC Jane versus Jordan Grace for the NXT Women's Championship. After Jane defended the NXT Women's Championship on the June 10th episode of NXT, the general manager Ava announced on the following episode that Women's Championship Evolution Eliminator for the NXT Women's belt would begin. So, 4 matches, and each winner advanced to a fatal 4-way match on the June 24th episode, and the winner would face Jane for the championship at Evolution. Ultimately, this was won by Jordan Grace. Now, the way I look at it right now, JC Jane, this is only her first reign, and she's barely held the belt for a little more than a month now. So I don't know. On the other hand, I know Jordan Grace is a very hot commodity, both literally and figuratively. So right now, the way I see it, This could go. I don't know really. It could go some way. I just don't know which way here.
Yeah, it goes to the bathroom.
Stop it. Who you got, Dean? Dean.
I'm thinking,
Is it really that tough to
Yeah, for
decide?
you as an Olympic sport.
Hey,
uh, South Dakota.
dude, what the hell are you
What?
talking about?
Pete,
Are
are you here?
are
Are you
you
are
are
you
you
here?
is he really drunk?
No, I'm kidding. Jordan
Wow.
Grace. Jordan Grace. Jordan
Are
Grace.
you
He
drive
said
me you
Sokoa.
drive me crazy. You know that.
He said
The Jesse
Sokoa.
says
He
Jordan
broke me.
The Jesse says Jordan Grace, and the Corpsing Quijam now, who I have to send for the man for in order to get him to
They-
spill out his prediction. Who do you have?
I, well, if he's gonna say something crazy off kilter, I'm gonna say Mike Chioda.
No. For real.
Oh, Jordy Grace, no competition, dude. She needs a shine.
You know what? Why the hell not Jordan Grace? Why not with a bang? I mean, shit. She definitely
You
has
mean like
it.
Diamond Dallas Page with a bang?
Oh, stop it. I think we're all in
Bang.
unanimous agreement for Jordan
All right.
Grace. And for the Women's World Championship, we have Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley. On the March 3rd episode of Raw, Io Sky defeated Rhea Ripley to win the Women's World Championship. Ripley was then inserted into a triple threat match on night 2 of WrestleMania 41 where Sky retained. Over the next few months, Ripley set her sights on getting a rematch after her victory at Night of Champions. Ripley opened the following episode of Raw where she was confronted by Sky, who said that Raw General Manager Adam Pearce allowed her to defend her title at Evolution against an opponent of her choosing, and Sky chose to defend the title against Ripley. Yeah, I think we know this is going to be a good match. She's good. She's good. We know what we're going to get. But do we have her lose the belt? I mean, Io's had the belt a bit longer, like I said, since the March 3rd episode of Raw. But at the same time, I wouldn't put it past him to put the belt back on Rhea because, oh man, I don't know. I mean, like I said, good match on the property here, but who's going to win? I don't know. Dean, who do you got?
Yes, guy.
Funny enough, that's what Jesse says. What say you, Quijam?
You know, I think this is going to be a very interesting match, very David and Goliath. But of course, you know, you got to use female names, so Davey Edit and Goliathy. And it's going. See, I made coffee lightly laugh there.
Yeah.
Accomplished. But anyway, I think this is going to be a very interesting match, just for the fact that this is going to be possibly a really good match for Io to showcase if she can hang with Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley is a powerhouse. She is the new China. She literally is the new China without all the, Degeneration X theatrics and, weirdness there. So I'm going to say I think this is going to be a good showcase to see if Io Sky can really stand her own and defend her title against somebody who's literally 3 women larger than her. So I'm going to say Io Sky. I would go with Rhea Ripley, but yeah, I'm getting a little rigor mortis from her having titles over and over again. So yeah, Io Sky.
Okay, with that, I think I'm going to go with Io Sky as well. I don't see much of a reason to put the belt back on Ripley at this moment in time. I know there's an upcoming Australia show later in the year, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So I'm going to go with Io. Do you like women's tag match? Well, action, well, here you go. This is a fatal four-way match for the Women's Tag Team Championship. The Judgment Day. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Sol Ruka and Zarya versus the Kabuki Warriors. Asuka and Kairi Sane. On the June 16th episode of Raw, Liv Morgan, who is one half of the women's tag champs, suffered a legitimate dislocated shoulder during her match against Kairi Sane that required surgery, so Morgan was ruled out of action for several months. At the same time, Roxanne
6 months.
Perez...
6 months.
Well, yeah. The rest of the year,
6
essentially.
months.
At the same time, Roxanne Perez inserted herself into Morgan's faction, the Judgment Day. On the June 30th episode of Raw, Finn Balor and JD McDonough proposed to Raw General Manager Adam Pearce and SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis to have Perez replace Morgan so that she and Raquel could defend the title. Pearce and Aldis agreed on one condition. They had to defend the belts at Evolution against one team from each brand in a fatal 4-way tag team match. So Balor and McDonough agreed and it was made official. So on the July 4th episode of SmackDown, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair defeated Mia Yim and B-Fab and the Secret Hervists, Alba Fire and Piper Niven, to earn SmackDown's spot. On Raw, the next week, NXT's team was announced as Sol Ruka and Zarya. And on that same episode, Zayn defeated Perez in a singles match, followed by a beatdown from Rodriguez and Perez. Asuka came to Zayn's aid and reuniting the Kabuki Warriors, who were added to the match to represent Raw. I don't have anything else to say here. I'm not really much of a fan of this women's tag stuff because it's nothing but makeshift teams. Both companies don't seem to get it, but oh well, what are you gonna do? Dean, who you got?
But that's definitely cute.
Dude.
What, dude? You're
Are you sure
You're
you're
not at that one.
Women's
Next
tag...
he's gonna say Andre the Giant next.
Women's tag action.
I'm just tired. I'll be honest. Kabuki Warriors.
Alright, okay. Fair choice. The Jesse also says the Kabuki Warriors too. So, what about you, Kwai Jam?
I'm drunk, I'm tired, and I'm sick of living in a dumpster Taco Bell. Oh, I'm sorry, channeling Dean there. This is a weird women's tag match, okay? This could literally be the main event of an episode of the Dynamite, because that's what WWE does. They borrow ideas and they steal ideas and make it their own. Then I die, Jack. Actually, I want to make this rather intriguing. I want the winners of the tag titles to be Judgment Day, because you need to give them some titles, and then you get the attraction or the interest of the WWE universe, all slack-jawed, no eyebrow looking morons that they are. Yes, I'm looking at you, casual wrestling fan. I say give it to the Judgment Day, just for the sake of getting more attention on them, so that they can do their little terrible storyline.
I don't see really much of a reason to take the belts off Judgment Day at this moment in time.
I know, keep it on them.
If
keep it on them.
We look at their current reign right now here, by team. Okay, that's not what I'm looking for. Okay, here it is. Technically, this run has only lasted 11 days, but in the grand scheme of
another good point.
But in the grand scheme of things, if you look at it, well, this just... Yeah, they represented the Judgment Day. It seems like this is the Judgment Day's only... Yeah, give him some more time. I'm going to go with the Judgment Day to retain on this one. Here we have a women's battle royale for a world championship match at Clash in Paris. I'm sorry for the boring image, but this is what they provided. At the original Evolution in 2018, a battle royal was held where the winner received a future women's world championship match. On the June 30th episode of Raw and SmackDown general managers Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis announced that the 2025 Evolution would also have a battle royal, with the winner earning a title match at Clash in Paris. Now, the participants so far announced are as follows: Stephanie Vaquer, Ivy Nile, Nia Jax, Nikki Bella, Natalia, Maxine Dupree, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Lash Legend, Izzy Dame, Tatum Paxley, Zelina Vega, Julia, and Candice LeRae.
In a partridge in a pear tree.
Whatever. I don't know who. There's a good amount of people who should win. There are some who shouldn't, and some I won't care what happens.
Some even shouldn't be booked, yet alone be in the match.
Well, it is what it is right now, okay? So,
yeah, it's about participation trophy matches. That's what it's about.
Who do you got, Dean?
I got John Cena.
Can you stop it? Take this shit seriously, man.
Okay, I got Stephanie Vaquer.
I figured as much. That's also what Jesse says, with Nikki Bella as the runner-up. Now you can go ahead and prognosticate as you do, Kwai Jam.
I'm going to say Scrooge McDuck says he said something silly.
You want Kwai Jam to get a prostate exam?
Prognosticate.
What? Excuse me, Dean. You're the one that eats the food from Taco Bell that necessitates it more than I do.
When this is
okay?
done, you need to get some rest,
See, I hate it when somebody tries to out-prognosticate the prognosticator, okay? I hate that. Anyway, the IJ Jack. This is just, come on, man. This is just such an afterthought battle royal match. It's so garbage. It's so waste. Just put it on the strongest woman in the entirety of the company, Stephanie Vaquer.
And
Stephanie
I agree.
Vaquer, no question.
I agree
no
with
question.
that entirely. Yes, let's do that. Stephanie Vaquer. Quite frankly, she is good. She's hot, both figuratively and literally, and I envy Miles Bourne right now, that lucky bastard. Yeah, she's gonna win, no doubt. Whether she wins her title shot or not, we'll see. Next. Oh no. As if having Oldberg going for the World Heavyweight Championship wasn't enough here for no rhyme or reason, we have to mirror that with the ladies now. Hey, I don't like it when it happens with the men, and I don't like it when it happens here. Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the Women's Championship. On the July
Again.
on the July 4th episode of SmackDown, Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton addressed her scheduled title defense at SummerSlam against Queen of the Ring winner Jade Cargill. And she then revealed she would defend her title at Evolution, and she was allowed to choose her opponent. After Cargill interrupted, Stratton stated that she had a surprise, prompting WWE Hall of Famer Trish Stratus to come out, who Stratton had teamed with and was victorious with at Elimination Chamber in March. Stratton said she wanted to defend her title against Stratus at Evolution, which Stratus accepted. And need I remind you, this is Trish Stratus's, how do I put this here? This has pretty much been her first title match proper since 2006, at least for a women's main event belt.
Till she had her last old face in the ring.
This was at Unforgiven 2006, and she actually beat Lita by submission. So yeah, don't do anything foolish, please. That's all I ask of this. Don't do anything foolish, and everything will be a-okay. All right? That's all I ask. I'm not asking for a lot here. Yeah. Anyways, who you got, Dean?
Hold on. What match is this?
It's Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus.
Stratton.
Hmm? Oh, you went with
He
Stratton.
said Trish Stratus.
I thought he
No,
said...
I said Tiffany Stratton. I
Yeah,
said Tiffany
sorry,
Stratton.
your microphone kind of blurred it a little. Hopefully you get one for your birthday next month.
He has a birthday?
Yeah, I know it's...
Wow. Wow.
Anyways, oh yeah, also Jesse says Tiffany Stratton. Let's say Kwai Jam.
Minnie Mouse from Disney. Okay, geez, I really, frankly, don't care about this because Tiffany Stratton is the only woman to actually come of the generation out of NXT to actually have a Tiffy time and some gimmicks and people love her. So, Trish Stratus win the title wouldn't make no sense because she's definitely not the kind of woman that wants to do a long-term, title run for a few months until the next god-awful pay-per-view. So, Tiffany Stratton retains.
I agree. Tiffany Stratton retaining is the smart choice. Next. If there was ever a match that had a lot of build, it's this one here. This is probably the best built match on the card aside from the next one here, or the last. This is a no-holds-barred match, Jade Cargill versus Naomi. So here's what happened. On the November 22nd, 2024 episode of SmackDown, Jade Cargill was found attacked backstage by an unknown assailant, which ruled her out indefinitely. During Cargill's absence, Naomi volunteered to replace her as one half of the women's tag team champions alongside Bianca Belair. And they assumed that Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, who were feuding with at the time, were responsible for the attack as they launched their own investigation. So a title match between the two teams happened on the February 24th, 2025 episode of Raw, but Naomi and Belair lost the title. Shortly afterwards, both ladies qualified for the Women's Elimination Chamber match at the namesake event. But before the match even began, Cargill made a surprise return and attacked Naomi, who was rendered medically unable to compete in the match. Essentially, on the following episode of SmackDown, Naomi revealed herself as Cargill's attacker and said she had not regretted attacking her sooner, turning heel for the first time since 2016. This led to a match between Cargill and Naomi on Night 1 of WrestleMania 41, which Cargill won. The rivalry continued after the event, with Cargill defeating Naomi in a tag team match, and Naomi defeated Cargill in a triple threat qualifying match for a spot in Money in the Bank ladder match, which she won. And then Naomi attacked Cargill on the July 4th episode of SmackDown with her briefcase, so here we are. Yeah, I think I made my point about this having probably the best build out of everything. I guess the long term booking can still be a thing whenever they want to.
I honestly do not give them the credit of even anecdoting that.
Oh,
Okay?
whatever. Hey,
No, seriously, you got to start reducing that kind of terminology with them. Okay,
hey,
it
I
just
haven't used that term in
coincidentally
forever.
seems like it. Could they coincidentally
Oh, just like
absolutely
it does
trip
on the other.
into a
Oh, just like
storyline?
it does on the other side of the pond.
Haphazard is the
Whatever.
word that comes to mind when it comes to WWE
Oh,
booking. But let's
whatever.
continue.
Whatever. I don't have anything else to add. This is gonna be a hell of a match, and we'll see what happens. So, Dean.
Um,
Remember, you can't say Babar the elephant. That's going to be my answer.
Wow, that
Naomi.
is.
Naomi.
Alright. Jesse also says Naomi. Now the Kwai Jam.
Since this is a gimmick match and anything goes, I definitely could see Naomi winning this because we have not seen her show some kind of foreign object weapon based evil streak. Okay, Jade Cargill, on the other hand, we've seen that in two different companies of her, using foreign objects in her attacks on people. So to just make more logical sense, Naomi wins this, but she will show an evil streak that she otherwise has never shown before in a gimmick match.
I agree. I think it's best that we do give it to Naomi.
And
so
I'm
we can
unanimous
change
in
things
that.
up a bit. Because, quite frankly, yeah. Rubber matches or whatever here. So, yeah.
It's not a rubber match.
It may as well. Not this one, the one after, assuming they decide to continue. I'm going with.
I kind of giggle at the prospect of women having a rubber match. I'm sorry, but
matches. So yeah, and finally the last one. It's a triple threat for the Women's Intercontinental Championship: Becky Lynch, Bayley, Lyra Valkyria. So, on night 2 of WrestleMania 41, Bayley was scheduled to team with Lyra Valkyria to challenge for the Women's Tag Team Championship, but on night 1, Bayley was attacked backstage by an unknown assailant. Valkyria had to choose a new partner who was revealed to be a returning Becky Lynch, which I called, by the way, on one of my cousin's birthdays, mind you, who she is a big Becky Lynch fan, so...
yes, the only cousin.
Stop it. And they won the title only to lose it the next night on Raw. This infuriated Lynch, who turned on and attacked Valkyria, revealing that she had attacked Bayley. So at Backlash, Becky and Lyra Valkyria faced off for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, where Lyra retained. But in a rematch at Money in the Bank, Lynch defeated her in a last chance match.
Last woman standing match.
No, it was a last chance match. We're not there
Oh,
yet.
last chance. What a weird rhyme.
Yeah, I know. Their feud would continue over the next few weeks, which saw Bayley return and attack Lynch and set her sights on the Women's Intercontinental Championship, much to Valkyria's dismay, who was upset with Bayley for not speaking to her since Lynch's attack. But things got worse on the June 23rd episode of Raw, where Bayley faced Lynch for the title. Valkyria tried to help Bayley, but after being attacked by Lynch, Valkyria retaliated, inadvertently causing Lynch to win by disqualification, thus retaining the title. Bayley and Valkyria then faced each other the following week to determine who would challenge Lynch for the title, but the match ended in a double pinfall, leading to a brawl between the two. On the July 6th Raw, General Manager Adam Pearce announced Lynch would defend the title against Bayley and Valkyria in a triple threat match at Evolution. So here we are again. Not really much long stuff here because it hasn't been long, but it is what it is. So Dean, who you got?
I got Becky. Although I want Lyra to win, I think Becky.
Alright, that's also what Jesse says. I think you literally said all of his predictions. Was that a coincidence, or...?
No, I didn't really check.
Well, it's just a coincidence, I guess, here then. Alright, Kwai Jam, take us home.
No, finishing off this crazy waste of a representational pay-per-view, and I think it's very self-defeating to the women to realize that this was made up out of like a boardroom meeting when Triple H was just completely bored. And we're like, we need a new pay-per-view to do in this month. Evolution. To be completely brutally honest, Becky Lynch has had a title enough times. Lyra, whatever. Do something fresh here. The real feud here is not between Lyra, Bailey, and Becky. The real feud here is Bailey and Becky because of their history in the Four Horsewomen. Okay, the literal cornerstones of this whole aberration of appreciation of women's wrestling for one night. So you know what I say? I say put it on Bailey and give her something to freaking do. Olive branch that title under her, then have her run after these two morons. Okay.
As much as I wish I could share your optimism about that, I just don't see it happening, quite frankly. I have a feeling this is going to be a very safe by the number of the shows, as our predictions has indicated. And the safe thing is Becky retaining, as much as I'm kind of with it. It is what it is. But I'm going with Becky. And that closes out Evolution. But the weekend just isn't done yet, folks. No, 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 no. We're not done.
No, we've got to do a review of Superman from James Gunn at
we're-
DCU.
No, we're not. No, tomorrow. Come back around the
Yeah,
same time.
yeah,
All in.
yeah. Tomorrow for our review of the amazing new movie about an immigrant coming to planet
Would
Earth
you
and saving the human
stop
race. It's Superman, which is now rated 92% on Rotten Tomatoes, certified fresh.
Oh, would you stop it?
Hey, I'm a shill for DC. Okay.
Hey. Well, this is not the time for that now.
Yes, it is.
Oh, stop it. So,
It's always a good time to be super about a man.
So come back tomorrow and we'll talk about the one show that I have the biggest concerns about right now. Because those other two, I'm not even. This is the real event, but I'm not even going to be home when this is airing. But it is what it is here, alright? So, yeah. Tomorrow, All in Texas. And then after that...
The biggest show of the year for AEW's calendar year.
And then after that, we won't be back for another... about 1, 2, 3 weeks from tomorrow, which gives me a good time to actually rest for a bit and just, And that will be when we get to SummerSlam. But until then, All in Texas tomorrow, same time, same channel. Thank you, Dean. Thank you, QuiJam. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Oh shit, Tyvon, I didn't even see you there.
Coffee missing Tyvon comments again. Oh boy, here we go.
Here. How much did you miss? I don't know exactly when you came in because I kind of had to be in lightning mode for this. Let Roxanne and Raquel retain, so when Liv returns, it'll be more drama. You got a good point there. You and QuiJam thought the same thing. Stephanie wins because she's the most popular.
Hey, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Tiffany retains. Old era puts over new era. Welcome, Yo Evolution. And, while it says it's been the best build match, but still don't care about it, the Naomi Jade Cargill. Never been a fan of this version of Naomi. That's a shame.
Dude, it's the same Naomi that was in TNA trying to reestablish herself, dude. It has never changed. The only thing she started to do was talk really, really mean. That's the only difference.
Yeah, but who was actually watching? Because I wasn't watching TNA at that point in time.
Lots of gerbils.
Oh, God.
Hamsters? Hamsters and gerbils?
Yeah, right. Oh, and by the way, if you're still here, Tyvon, apparently you're the top fan here with number 1, 75 XP. So keep it up.
Yes. Yeah, keep getting those bits to coffee, and then he can actually, eventually get out of that chair and walk a full distance away from his room. All
right. We're out for real now. We'll be back tomorrow, all in Texas. I promise. I'll try to keep eyes on the chat. Gotta get enough rest, not just for tomorrow, day 1 of my convention, but also enough energy to try and get through the hell that we are about to discuss tomorrow. So until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Thanks for watching. Good night. Please be kind to each other, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Same time.
Go see Superman with my James Gunn this weekend.
Stop it. Same time, same